Are you a military member in the Air Force or the Space Force that will be expecting a permanent change of station or a PCS here to Colorado? Well, in this video, we want to go ahead and give you a couple tips for making your permanent change of station a little bit more smooth, whether it's to the Air Force Base, Peterson Air Force Base, or here Buckley in the Denver metro area. I'm Robin Gerlach, along with my partner Reed Puser of the Roots Home Sales team and Compass Real Estate here in the Denver metro area. We get calls and emails from folks that are relocating here and also folks who are already invested in this market every day. We absolutely love it. We love helping our clients, and so go ahead and reach out. You can call us, email us, text us, and we look forward to setting up a meeting to help make your next investment here in the Denver metro area a really good investment. And of course, if this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified every time we're putting out one of these videos. So today's video, we're gonna be talking about that military permanent change of station, which happens typically every 2 to 3 years. But we're also gonna be doing a little bit more of a series. The next video we're gonna do, we'll be talking about the area around Buckley Air Force Base and which neighborhoods we recommend would be perhaps a good neighborhood for you to land on and invest in. And before we jump in, we can't start without thanking you for your service to our country. We really appreciate it. So with that, let's go ahead and talk about what a PCS is, which is a permanent change of station for those folks who don't know. If you're already in the military, I'm sure you're very familiar with it, but for folks not in the military, want to just know what we're talking about. So in the military, Uncle Sam will tell you that you have to change your station typically every 2 to 3 years, depending on your rank and your position in the military. And so with that, moving a lot can be very difficult. And what we've talked to our clients about here that have moved with permanent change of stations is, some of the good tips that they've found. And so we want to go ahead and share that with you in case this is your first PCS. So first things first, before you move, you want to prepare and plan ahead as much as possible, right? And you're going to have two options when you move in the military. One, you pack everything up and do it yourself, or what they call a DITY, D-I-T-Y, do it yourself. Or the second way that you can do this is that you hire the military to bring movers in and pack everything up for you and then send it to your next location. So it really depends on you what you prefer. Now, from what we've heard, talking with some of our clients who've gone through this move, is that obviously doing it yourself, you're gonna be spending a lot more time doing that. And you're working through the week, so the weekend is the only time you have to pack everything up and get it all ready. However, the pro to that is you can pack it the way you like, and you can contract the moving company that you prefer. Now, if you hire the military to do it, they'll come in and they will take care of everything for you. And that means you can't really pack anything. So they're gonna pack it room by room in the way that they do it. So it's more of a hands-off approach for you, which you may prefer, but you might get things mixed up. They're just gonna pack it room by room. And if you don't have it organized, it's gonna be packed a little bit unorganized when it gets to your next location. And so that's something to keep in mind that we've heard from some of the families who've already made this move. Also, consider, do you have kids? Do you have pets? What is it gonna look like getting everybody together on a flight? Now, when you have everything being sent out, you might not get all of your belongings for up to a month or two in some of these cases. So you need to be prepared to bring all of your belongings in 2 checked bags per person and 1 carry-on bag per person. And so if you have kids, they're only getting 2 checked bags, 1 carry-on on the flight to your next location. You want to make sure that you pack all of your belongings with you, because you might not get the rest of your belongings for up to 4 to 8 weeks. As part of your move, you're probably going to get a DLA or dislocation allowance, and that's essentially reimbursing all your expenses for your move from the government. So you want to make sure you understand what your DLA amount is so you can properly budget. I want to go ahead and give you the best tip in this video. So hopefully you've continued watching until now, and it comes from a fellow Air Force member who's one of our clients. And he let us know something that we believe all of you should know if you're going to do a permanent change of station here to Colorado. So I'm going to go ahead and read it off because there's quite a bit of information here. But what he said is, military members may request permissive temporary duty PTDY or permissive TDY for traveling to or the vicinity of a new permanent duty station to secure off-base housing. The losing or gaining commander may approve up to 10 days. So that means you can request it in your current location once you have your assignment and notification of the PCS, and this is recommended by this client, that you get those 10 days before you go out there. You can either get the 10 days before you make the move or upon arrival. He recommends if you want to purchase a home that you get those 10 days before you make your move. That way you're going to have plenty of time to go shopping for the home, get under contract. The contract process itself for buying a home is typically 30 days. So if you do all this upon arrival, you're going to start working right away and you're going to be very busy and hectic. That's why he recommends that you request these 10 days before you make your move. The member must have a formal assignment notification to get PTDY, but it's not necessarily official orders. PTDY ends once the member obtains housing. So if you find the house that you want within 5 days, then that's when that period ends. It doesn't go, then you get 5 days off, for example. So it's as soon as you find the housing or up to 10 days. This guidance quotations are Air Force and Space Force specific. So if you're in the Army or the Marines, this may not apply to you. You're going to want to talk to your commanding officers. In the Department of the Air Force, instruction 36-3003, table 3.6. And in parentheses, it's DAFI 36-3003. But the other services will have very similar programs. So I hope that this is very beneficial to you because a lot of folks might not know if you're in the Air Force and you're making your PCS that you can request this 10 days to find your housing before you make the move. If your PCS move here to the Denver metro area, Buckley Air Force, is going to be at least 2 years, you might want to consider go ahead and purchasing a home. You know, you can start paying down your principal, you start gaining equity, contributing to your family's future wealth. Our Denver metro market over the last 10 years has appreciated about 9%. Now, even if that's a little bit less, if you're getting 6 to 7% a year, you're still gaining equity in real estate here in Colorado, which is a solid economy. And so with that, as a VA member or as a military member, you can put as little as 0% on your down payment, so you don't need to bring a lot of cash. And we have a good network of VA lenders here in the Denver metro area that we can connect you with. And with that, if you do get a new PCS in 2 to 3 years and you have to change stations, you could hold on to the property here as a rental and start building your real estate portfolio while you're in the military. You're gonna wanna talk to a VA lender about if your VA benefits will be eligible to go buy a property in your next location. But if you have plans of eventually returning back to Colorado, it's good to hold on to that real estate. You can rent it out while you're gone, and then when you come back, you can become primary homeowner occupant again. This is what a lot of our clients have done, and knowing this market is pretty strong compared to a lot of the real estate markets in the rest of the country, it's made a lot of sense for them. So if you have any questions, reach out to us. We're happy to evaluate your specific situation. We know it's not a one size fits all. So we want to know what your situation is going to be, how much you have left in the military. We take all that into consideration and we'll make a suggestion based specifically on your situation. And a bonus tip for you. If you've lived in your property for 2 of the last 5 years, you are not subject to capital gains tax when you sell that property. So if you've lived in your property and you have a permanent change of station, you end up going somewhere else for 2 to 3 years, you can still decide to sell this property as long as you've lived there in 2 of the 5 years and not pay those capital gains. So thank you for tuning in today. If you are an Air Force member or a Space Force member, again, thank you for your service. And we appreciate everything you're doing for our country. And go ahead and reach out to us. You can call us, text us, email us. We want to know what your situation is, and we will customize a tailor-specific plan based on what you're looking to do and what your real estate goals are. And of course, don't forget, if this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. hit the bell so you're notified every time we put one of these videos out. We are going to be doing more videos on what a military PCS would look like here moving to the Buckley Air Force Station, and we have good contacts of agents in the Colorado Springs area. If you're moving to Air Force or Cheyenne Mountain Air Force Base or Peterson Air Force Base, we can put you in touch with a good agent there as well. Until next time, we'll see you on the next video and take care.